Welcome back everyone, Meanpooh here, and today I'm going to play a game called Sveti Kotar. It's a point and click game with some religious undertones, some horror, some deaths, cult stuff, and of course God and all that good stuff. But it's point and click with some puzzles. Some people don't like those, but that genre's kind of like, you know, pretty chill. So I'm going to play this game, no benchmarking or anything. It's just for story. I'm going to play it for a bit and see how I like it. So enjoy.
Father, please don't leave. It's dark. The witch could be hiding in here. Don't do this.
What the
I'm
hell?
sorry if I have sinned. I didn't mean to. Please.
Move cursor with mouse or left controller stick. Okay, if this is anything like most point and click games, we move around and there's probably something in the room that we can touch or interact with. Okay, nightstand.
My old nightstand. Mother said they threw it away. There's a matchbox inside the drawer.
Matches to pick them up.
I can now try to light up the room.
Benedict, where are you?
Mother, I'm in the basement.
For God's sake, you'll get seen in that place. Get out immediately.
I'm still waiting to hear the prayers, son. What are you waiting for?
You put him there? Why would you do that, Joseph?
It's his behavior that did that to him.
He was good all
The
day.
voice acting is
He helped me
not
believe that
too
I was
good.
rude and-
And he talked to a kid at the funeral.
When did this happen? I didn't see him.
Of course you didn't. Because you don't care of this
I didn't
matter.
click anything.
I do.
The voice
I should lock you
just
all
skip to the next track.
downstairs. You all need to learn. Where is she? Where's our daughter?
This dude sounds like an abuser. I mean, you're locking kids in basements with no lights. Look at that poor kid. Look at him. He got glasses. You know, are they rich? I mean, like, he looks like a little rich kid, or he's fairly put together. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. If you right click, you got some hot spots.
Mother has dozens of the same in her room. Each has an engraving with a big scary eye inside a triangle.
Okay, eyes and triangles. Already this game is starting off kind of creepy. Okay. Okay, let's get an inventory. Oh shit.
Help! Mother! Help me!
Okay, again, it's not very convincing on the voice.
You silly. What are you doing? It's me.
Where's her face?
I'm sorry. I thought you were that witch. How many times do I have to tell you? Witches don't exist, and it's just the two of us here. You're wrong. Father would never lie to us. About what now? About the witch that cursed our bloodline. He's just trying to scare us with stories so we don't do anything wrong. And today you did wrong, so he punished you by locking you down here in the dark. What did I do? I still don't understand.
Yeah.
You talked to that tall boy. Don't you remember? We are not allowed to talk to other people anymore. They are evil. I thought that meant we must avoid adults. How am I supposed to make friends then? Mother said we have each other and God. She's right. I don't think
Oh
we need anyone else.
All right. There's probably some abuse going on in the house that we don't know about. That's... You seen Carrie?
Why are you here? I heard Father talking to himself before going to get you in your room. So I ran here and hid. But why? You know he's going to be very angry at you once he finds out. Because I've promised I wouldn't let you be alone in the dark again. And when I promise something, You never break a promise. I know. I'm glad you were here.
Okay, could that be used later on in the story? Not breaking promises? And when she said something about she heard her father talking to himself, was he like saying, hey, I'm gonna beat it when I get him because he done something? Or was it the type of talking to himself like, what's 2 + 2, 4, yeah, you know, or, you know, that type of talking to himself? Because he sounds like he's abusive and kind of off.
I can't forget our aunt's white face. Me neither.
She must be
She
dead.
looked so different. Her head was so bloated and pallid.
Oh yeah.
And her eyes and hair, so dark. The curse did that to her. Don't be ridiculous. She's at peace now.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yes.
I hope she is.
Oh hell, here he is.
Our aunt was once such a beautiful woman, full of life, a perfect creation of God. But her fate was nothing more than a Sunday morning rite, and the witch's curse just a fairy tale story. Evil is everywhere, my dear children. It is hiding in the shadows of this world. It takes form of animals, and it possesses people.
Yeah.
Father,
What's he doing?
please forgive.
You should look up to your sister. Unlike you, she values God and this family.
He just,
It's my fault he went to talk to that boy. I ignored him because I was looking into the coffin and I lost sense of time.
oh my
You
God.
must learn to be alone with God.
Let me get a worm.
You must learn. You all must learn
Oh,
what true faith is.
This dude.
I beg you, don't hurt him anymore.
It was just a dream. I often think about that peculiar day, but I've never relived it so vividly in my dreams. Why now? Why in this place? I need my glasses. I can't even think without them.
He has a Bible and a rosary beads. Rosary beads. And a passport. Watch you step on them.
Here they are. Fallen to the floor, but still intact. Thinking of the dream I had, I don't remember going to sleep at all. We came in, and then... Victoria and Nikolai went upstairs to prepare for the castle, and then... nothing. I must have fainted. I have to talk to Victoria at once.
Okay, I'm just going to say straight up that something evil's going on based on the painting on the wall here and this thing here, this stoop. And it looked like some faces going up the wall.
This woman eerily reminds me of Victoria in her younger days. I checked it last night. It's useless. There's not enough oil inside. It's locked. Victoria or Nikolai must have found the key and locked it while I was asleep.
Okay.
Is this meant to represent a basin? Like at the entrance of a church? This is blasphemy. That's not holy water for sure. It has a weird smell. Looks disgusting. I'm staying away from it.
Yeah. Look outside.
Those tall, dark trees strike me with dread, even in daylight. And it seems like I'm not the only one to have that feeling. The path ends abruptly right at the entrance of the forest.
Okay, when it goes to the next sentence, it's just going immediately. I'm not clicking or advancing anything.
A cold, black fireplace that hasn't been used in ages. The same feeling I'm getting from the rest of the house.
Well, at least it moves the story along. Okay, so I just right-clicked. It shows all the hotspots. Move on. I love these type of games. Little sewing machine. Oh, what is that? Is that a doll? Is this some voodoo stuff going on in here? Look at this dude over here.
Nikolai?
Yes, Benedict?
Where's Victoria?
I don't know.
Damn, he's blunt.
Do you have the key to the house? The door appears to be locked.
I don't know where the key is.
He's acting suspicious.
Do you have the slightest idea why Victoria rented this dreary house?
I don't even know how she found it.
Looks like the owner is some kind of artist. Or is at least convinced to be. Very morbid taste. Strange figures.
I agree. I've never seen so many masks in my life. Especially not placed on walls.
That's a strange painting.
It is. Take a better look at it, and tell me what you see.
Why?
Please, do as I say. I'll get to the point.
Do as I... Whoa, okay. Damn, he looks like a wolf man.
That is not a mere
It
shadow.
looks like a face.
It's a symbol of darkness, of evilness devouring this lost man. Mean eyes at the edge of a wicked soul.
I got mean eyes.
A snake-like mouth implies a man who cannot be trusted, at the
A
very least.
A snake-like mouth. I know that's in the Bible, but I haven't met anybody with a snake-like mouth. But I have met people with slick tongues.
I've taken a closer look at the painting.
You don't recognize this man?
I've never seen him before.
And nothing happened to you by looking at him?
Why would anything happen to me?
Last night, after your sister and I came upstairs, she was getting ready for the castle, and I was standing right here, and... I wonder, yesterday when we boarded the train, was anyone else in our cabin?
Just the three of us.
But once the train left Budapest, wasn't there a man who came in?
By placing the sign, "Do Not Disturb" on our doorknob, I made sure this wouldn't happen. The only time that door opened was when the conductor peered in to tell us we have arrived at our
Maybe he was
destination.
dreaming.
You haven't answered. Why would anything happen to me? What's wrong with this painting?
I don't know yet. Please, just follow me as I go over yesterday's events. I'll get to the point. And when we left the train station, no one was following us? Didn't Victoria notice him?
Notice whom? Your dear wife was over the moon to have finally arrived at Sveti Kotar. She couldn't stop talking about the place, but said nothing about anyone following us.
Right. And on our way to the house, we stopped at the square. There was a strange ritual taking place, with a gigantic effigy.
Uh-oh.
What was it like?
And what about the mass of hooded people that gathered there? It was a dreadful scene.
I remember the goosebumps when hearing the crowd pray as one voice, though.
Let me tell you what happened after that.
Yes. Tell us.
We found the path which led us to this house. What happened when Victoria knocked?
Well, we realized the door was actually ajar.
And the owner wasn't here. Just silence. Dead awful silence. It gave me chills.
And you guys went in the house.
Once we entered the house, what did you and your wife do?
I said it before. We went upstairs to prepare for the castle exhibition.
Leaving me to wander alone downstairs in complete darkness. You found nothing odd about the house being empty and unlocked?
I did, but Victoria said it's nothing to worry about. So I just followed her.
He said leaving him alone downstairs to wander in darkness.
We never went to the castle?
You don't remember?
The last thing I remember is searching for a light. And then nothing.
What do you mean?
I mean, everything after was only a dream, but I don't even remember going to sleep. Victoria dragged me into this town to make me attend that piddling exhibition in the castle. We never went there, did we? Which means I left the monastery only to spend a horrible night in this house.
We both fell into an
By yourself,
inexplicable void.
maybe?
Something is terribly wrong here.
Get out of the house. Get out.
Tell me what happened last night. What's wrong with this painting? And where's Victoria?
I'm afraid I don't have the answers. What happened is that while I was waiting for her to get ready, my attention was drawn by this painting. Next moment, I was seeing myself relive yesterday's events. With one difference. The man in the painting was there the whole time.
The whole time?
He
Shit.
was in our cabin, and he was that gigantic effigy the inhabitants set on fire. Shortly afterwards, he emerged from the crowd in human form again, unchanged, and then led us towards the house. Once we got here, he jumped on my back and asked me to carry him
What the-
upstairs. I was happy. I felt like a father carrying his own child.
What?
Carrying this being on your back must have some weird symbolic meaning.
He was holding so tightly that I could feel his long and sharp fingernails penetrate my throat.
What the-
After we finally got upstairs, I was so upset and in pain that I had to throw him off. I quickly turned around to reprimand him and instead saw a human-sized crow with no eyes and a blood-stained beak. It croaked at me and then soared inside the painting. I wanted to run off, but couldn't. I was in shock, too terrified. That was the moment I woke on the bed, fully dressed and disoriented. Victoria wasn't here.
Oh, boy. On his back.
Why did you ask me all those strange questions about yesterday?
I had to separate the dream from the real, as the dream was startlingly real.
Startlingly real, just like my own dream. We should leave this accursed house at once.
After
Yes.
I woke, I noticed Victoria didn't even sleep on this bed. So I went downstairs to check if she was there, perhaps. I found only you, still asleep on the couch, and the door locked. That's when I started to think.
Think
We
what?
have to force our way out of here because we don't have the key.
We are guests in this house. And needless to say, men of God. We must leave without doing any damage. I've already searched
Bullshit.
this floor for a key and tried to open the balcony door, but it's locked or stuck in some way.
What
Hey.
about the windows?
Strangely enough, or maybe for a good reason, they are made in a way that prevents them from being opened. Stay here and give it a second look. Whatever you can find that could help us. I'm going downstairs to check. Force should be our last resort to leave. Or maybe we get lucky and Victoria comes back in the meantime.
Let's hurry up then.
I tell you what, if I'm in a wooden cabin or whatever, and I'm trying to get out and there's no key, I'm breaking windows out. I don't give a damn.
Just don't look at the man in the painting again. We don't want to risk anything.
This dude could be possessed or something. You can switch control between the two playable characters whenever you see both portraits on the screen. Try switching now by pressing on the smaller grayed out portrait. Okay, that's me. That's the guy there. And this is the one dude that they want us to change to. What are we supposed to do again? Look at the painting. Maybe something's changed. They should be breaking windows out. I don't care if you're a man of God or
noticed
what.
this painting in the dark last night. I don't like the look of this woman.
Mm-mm.
It's driving me mad.
Yeah, I think something's wrong with you, man. Something happened.
It's locked.
Yeah. There's a key that was not there
It
before.
doesn't look inviting, but
And
I
this-
think I see something. in
This
there.
liquid was kind of like a greenish bluish color. Now it's red. Got a key. Well, let's go. He got the key. The hell up out of here.
I should stay on this floor and try to find a way out of here.
He had. All right. Okay, let's start over here.
Codex Niva, Heart of Pagopice, and Dino Tominic. I've never heard of these works.
Me either. The painting's gone. I saw that.
It's written in an ancient alphabet, which I don't understand. Could this be the name of the man on the painting?
Don't know.
I need light.
Well, so we got some good animation. Go outside.
I'm pretty sure it's not locked, but rather just stuck. Not sure what's the cause, because both sides of the door are heavily grimed from the outside. It looks like mud, and it has a sickly odor. How did it end up on a balcony? If I could push it back with a stick or something similar, I might be able to open the door.
Okay, so we need to find a stick.
A yellow blanket, wrinkled only on one side of the bed.
Oh. Tree painting.
It's a giant tree with dozens of corpses hanging from its branches, and skulls that feed its roots.
For some reason, I knew they was going to say there were people hanging from the tree. I just knew it.
A giant bowl made out of clay, filled with what seems to be some type of oil.
Oof.
All I see here is a lonely coat rack. Forgive me, God, but I must take this. I think it'll fit perfectly under the balcony
Man.
door.
I think he understands that this is like a life or death situation here. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's not locked,
Okay,
but
let's-
rather just stuck. Not sure
Let's
what's
go into the
cause,
inventory.
because both sides of the door are heavily grimed from the outside.
Yeah. Got coat rack plus underneath door.
I was right. It fits perfectly underneath. Looks like there's mud on the outside. That should be enough to open the door. My God. Nikolai, come upstairs quickly. You must see this.
Coming!
I wonder what could it be.
Come closer. Take a look at this.
Oh, God.
Look like some ribs or something.
What is this? It looks like a
Blood?
mixture of earth, blood, and
Flesh.
a rotten wooden stick. I don't need it. All crows look exactly the same to me, but this one seems to be missing its eyes.
Indeed. Just like the one in your dream.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Have you noticed these marks on the door? They were unnoticeable with the door closed.
I don't think these are just random marks. It's a symbol. And it looks like it was made by sharp fingernails.
Being marked. Okay, now what?
You understand now why I wanted to leave the moment I saw this house?
Calm down, Benedict.
I am calm, but we both don't remember what happened here, and we both had horrible dreams. And now this. Can you still smell that sickly odor? Don't you see the connection with your dream?
Maybe I opened the door last night and saw the crow's head. It could be the reason why I had that dream.
Doubtful. Something else is at work here. The crow looks like it's been recently decapitated, and the mud is still wet. Don't you wonder who did this? And why?
I can't think clearly in here.
It reminds me of the movie The Blair Witch 2 Book of Shadows, when they got possessed and went and put those other campers to bed, if you know what I mean. And they woke up and didn't know what happened. And this is what this is reminding me of.
I found a key inside the stoop.
The key to the entrance door? Inside the stoop?
I believe so. Haven't tried it yet.
At least I won't have to walk over the devilry on the balcony and risk an injury by jumping below.
You think Victoria could be responsible?
If it wasn't you, or even me, who else could have done it? The man from the painting?
I knew it. Come on. You really think she's capable of such a thing? What's the matter with you?
She may be my sister, but I don't know her anymore. I do know she's playing with things she doesn't understand.
Things she doesn't understand?
Yeah.
Things no one should understand.
Like what?
The symbol, the decapitated head, blood and flesh.
You mean with occultism?
Witchcraft, I believe. She's playing the role of a witch to play with me, unaware of the consequences that will inevitably come.
My wife is not a saint, but to think she's practicing demonic things is insane. You think she made us forget last night and influenced our dreams?
No, but she's the one who picked this house. Not you, and certainly not me. That was a deliberate choice with a plan.
And what would that plan be?
I think the castle exhibition was just a lure. Her real intention was to drag me into this town to play with my beliefs and fears.
Why?
I really don't know her anymore. What happened between the two of you?
Yeah.
She doesn't want to tell me.
She became the same person our aunt was. Godless and incredulous about our father's words. Hopefully he's at a place where he found peace, unaware of my sister's thoughts and acts.
Dude was acting like a lunatic. I could see why someone would run from religion if it's being stuffed down your throat, if you know what I mean. I got a Ouija board back here. I've been meaning to use it, but haven't had time to get to it. But yeah, maybe one day.
The key I found downstairs is probably the key of the main door.
You already revealed your suspicion about the key. Why are you mentioning it again?
If the key is here, where is Victoria?
I don't know.
Maybe
and I
it's a
don't care.
copy.
She could have locked the door from the inside, left the key, and then jumped from the balcony.
That's my point. It doesn't make any sense. Why would she do that?
I think she found a second key, because no footprints are visible in the mud outside. She didn't jump from the balcony.
Something else must have happened. Let's go outside and make a plan to find Victoria. Our minds are being suffocated in here.
No, I've had enough of talking, and I don't intend to search for her. I'm leaving this town at once.
Yeah, but get the hell out the house, man.
You can't just leave. She's your sister, for God's sake.
She stopped being that a long time ago. Just look around and think about everything we discussed today.
I'll say it again. Something else must have happened. There must be a logical explanation to all of this. Why did you even agree to come here?
Obviously, I wanted to see and feel what it looks like in hell.
I'm not in the mood for joking. Why? She mentioned she had to talk to your superior in the monastery.
And what else could she do? After I declined, the only way to have it her way was to persuade Father Imre. He must have given her his blessings only because of the assignment he had for me. Talk to the local priest about the town. See, there's nothing in the official Vatican archives about Sveti Kotar. And after coming here, I think I know why. Can we go downstairs now? I have a train to catch, and I need to find that priest before then.
I'll accompany you, my brother. It's a small town.
Is like ready
We should be able to find
go.
Victoria along our way.
He's like ready to go, and they just keep on talking. All right, let's get out. Come on, guys, let's go. Run to the door, dude.
It's locked.
You should automatically take the key out your pocket and use it.
before we step outside, you have to promise that once we find your sister, you'll talk to her. There must be no arguments or secrets in this family.
Why do I have a feeling you are not leaving with me?
Because he might not. Something's wrong with this guy.
Can't you reevaluate your decision?
I'm leaving, Nikolai.
We never planned to leave the next day. Didn't she tell you? This house was rented for 3 nights.
She did not. So much about having no secrets between us. Please, leave me alone.
His brother-in-law's trying to convince him to stay.
Gentlemen.
Good day, sir.
My name is Martin Mostov. I am a detective in the service of the town of Sveti Kotar.
How can we help?
Is there anyone else inside the house?
No one. It's just me and him. Why?
Where's the woman?
The house is empty. What's going on?
We came here looking for a woman, only to find 2 scared men.
He should be saying, hey, my wife's gone. That's what he should be saying.
And who's the man in your company?
Dr. Erik Hatur.
Doctor? Mr. Hatur, is somebody hurt?
Dr. Hatur is the warden of the asylum. He helps the local police force with his knowledge of the mind.
Not a man of words, Dr. Hatur.
He prefers to keep quiet, just like your friend here.
Are you looking for the owner of the house? Because we don't know where she is.
Hand the key of the house to Mr. Hatur.
Why?
Just do as I say.
A lot of do as I says in this game. There's no zooming either. What?
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
I heard nothing.
Are we free to go now, Martin?
No, you both have to follow me.
Why?
Yes, I'd like to know as well. Why do we have to follow you?
Orders from above.
How can we trust you to be what you say you are?
What's with the face? You never seen a photo of a man with an intact head? It was taken before the incident.
Where are you taking us?
Down to the police station where everything will be explained to you.
What prevents you from discussing the matter right here and now?
I'm not in the position to do that. There's a hierarchy I have to respect.
Who is the woman that you seek?
The woman's name is,
Victoria.
What for? Why do you need her?
Sir, everything will be explained to you in the station. Now, if you don't mind, please follow me.
Whatever harrowed you through last night, it'll be nothing compared to what will happen if you do not obey.
Threats. So they know something. Something went on. They know about it.
Benedict, what do you say?
We have no choice.
All right. We'll do as you say.
Come.
I'm gonna go to work tomorrow and say that. Get out of my way. Let's do as I say. Now. Freaking interrogation room? Detox? Dude. Something up here. No. Something on the wall. Try to get back out. Bang, bang, bang.
Let me out! It's pointless to try. The detective has just closed and locked the door. First sign of electricity in this town. I guess one could get lost by looking at this mirror for too long. It's so dark that I can't see my own reflection. Anyone on the other side? I have a train to catch. Why am I being held here like some kind of sinner? Can someone tell me what this is about? I think I heard someone. I did nothing wrong, and you have no authority over me. Let me go!
Place all your belongings inside the box. Push it back into the wall once you're done. Don't try to deceive us. We'll know.
Oh, hell no. This dude is like in a city that's run by the occult. or they're all involved in some type of occult activities. This dude's done.
Do not test our faith in you, and do not try to obscure things from us. Give us everything you have.
Everything. Let's give him the rosary beads first. And we can give him the Bible because we read that every day, so we got that memorized.
I'm not giving my Bible to anyone, even at the cost of being tortured and executed.
Ooh. I was gonna say just keep the passport because you can't replace that, but let's give it up.
I trust you for now, but at the end of the process, you'll be searched thoroughly. Decisions have consequences in this town, little priest. Now, please step into the light so we can begin.
So with the passport taken, if he was to try to, get away some type of way and, require a passport to leave, then he can't because he doesn't have one.
You seem to obey orders, unlike your brother in the other room. Admirable.
He's just a brother-in-law.
So, Benedict. What a strange surname. Donani?
Dochnani.
Whom do you serve, Benedict Dochnani?
I serve only God.
Dochnani.
We all do. But you serve him in a different way. Don't you, little priest?
He's trying to belittle this guy.
I'm a monk among the ranks of the Pauline order.
Monkhood, a way of life in solitude and silence with God. Many believers say it's the only way to be near our Maker. What can you tell me about that brother of yours, Nikolai Kali-a-Kin?
Oh, so maybe his sister and his brother-in-law have been into something that we don't know about.
He is a deacon.
That's not what he said to us. Are you trying to lie to me? How could he serve God if he's married to your sister?
He abandoned the path to priesthood to marry her. Deacons are allowed to serve in both houses.
After such a horrible past, God had to make it up to him.
What do you mean?
His orphanage days. The mass grave they found at the orphanage.
What?
You must have heard about the witch nun from Minsk.
Vaguely. I was very young back then.
Your brother was there. You saw all those decaying child corpses in the backyard. It's horrible just thinking about it.
I know nothing about him and his past.
I think you're just trying to protect him. It's useless. We'll find out everything we want to eventually.
It's the truth. I barely spoke a word to the man before coming here.
Quite an interesting family.
What time is it, officer?
Time is not relevant in this moment of your life.
I'm under the jurisdiction of the Vatican. You have to let me go.
The church can do nothing for you here. You, like everyone else in this town, answer to me and our patron saint only. Now tell me, what brings the three of you to our little town? It's a long journey from Budapest.
We were invited to attend the exhibition at the castle.
And who invited you?
Nobody invited me. It was my sister who was invited and who made me come along.
You're lying to me. No strangers allowed to get into the castle. Invitations don't exist. Tell me the real reason.
I was dragged here by my sister. What does it matter after all? We never made it there.
Continue obscuring the truth, and you'll end up dragged into Akhrizat for eternity. Nikolai is a liar. He's already doomed. But you, I feel you're different. You're not like him. We know your sister was at the castle last night. She was seen by multiple witnesses. Tell me everything I need.
Are you sure that was Victoria at the castle? How was that possible? You said strangers are not welcome. Has anyone seen me or Nikolai there? I have to confess that something happened in the house we spent the night in. I don't know what exactly, but it was Victoria. She did this to me.
He's spilling it all, isn't he? He's guessing, though.
Officer, can you hear me?
I think he left. I thought I heard voices in the door, like somebody knocked, and then like the door shut. So somebody might not even be on the other side now.
Officer?
He moonwalked over there, forward.
Let me out! Finally, am I free to leave now?
You both have to come with me. Again.
Why?
Oh, where?
Beyond the wall of crosses.
What's that, graveyard?
At last, the grandiose Church of Mary. After
Pretty
so
decent
many
looking
centuries,
background.
still here, still holding up against...
What are we doing here?
I'm not at liberty to talk about anything. Now walk. The chief is expecting you.
Okay, where are we supposed to walk to? Looks like hand-painted background.
Ah, you made it past the wall of crosses. Through tall trees, unmarked paths, and unnatural, dreadful silence. Into the heart of darkness where you invited us to meet.
Why wouldn't someone make it through there? I mean, they just was asked to follow someone who was already going to the destination.
We invited you?
You have, with your deeds.
I don't understand.
I don't either.
What is this place? Why are we here?
This church was built with one purpose only, to repel evil from the Carcassa forest. It failed miserably, and was absorbed by darkness instead.
Chief, we'd appreciate it if you could tell us what's going on.
Words are unnecessary. Light always reveals. Lights on, officer! Now, take a good look.
See bloodstains. Yeah, I saw that right off.
God.
Oh, someone's hung up there. Yeah, I saw the feet.
What? Tell us, why are we here?
Lights off! Ranko Merzel, the beloved mayor of Sveti Kotar, hanging up there all alone with a dreaded yellow mask. Underneath the mask, he has nothing left. His face ripped off.
Oh.
His eyes gouged out and eaten.
Damn.
His skull cut open, and parts of his brain eaten.
You can get a disease from eating brain.
Alive, tortured cruelly by the moon ghouls, or those that want to become one. In the very end, his chest and abdomen were torn and his heart ripped out, to be devoured.
What a strange coincidence. I was just looking up, is it safe to eat a person in, certain situations? Because I watched that show, was actually a movie, The Book of Eli. And when he goes into the bar and tries to get his iPod charged, and the dude said, I need to see your hands. And he held his hands out and he was just trying to see if his hands were shaking. Well, that's a disease that you can get from eating people's brains and maybe other parts of the flesh. But yeah, that was like day before yesterday I was watching it, and here I am playing the game talking about what someone did. What probably happened is the dude was probably sacrificed. Maybe somebody turned into an animal and they done something. But anyway, I'm just freaking guessing. Let's see. I don't eat people.
His body is still up there. How could you possibly know all these things?
We don't have to pull him down to know what happened. We've seen this too many times in our lives.
Who are the moon ghouls?
Saborans is their name. Servants of the moon demons. Some people believe they're not humans, but rather evil entities that take human form. We don't know who they are. They're hiding in the shadows, impossible to find.
This is a horrific crime scene. We shouldn't be here.
Is this the way you welcome strangers in your town?
We know the mayor was murdered by Nermin, a man who decided to worship the moon deities. The past teaches us we are unable to see the true soul of other people, no matter how close they are to us.
So you interrogate strangers and tell them of the existence of malicious beings, and in the end you show them their prey?
Nermin didn't feast on the mayor's corpse alone. There was someone else who joined the ritual.
Their sister. Maybe.
The name Nermin doesn't mean anything to us.
We're here for the first time in our lives, Chief. What do you want from us?
Lies. All lies. Where's Victoria? Or should I call her Petra instead?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
We know she used the name Petra when introducing herself around town.
Our mother's name.
We just don't know where she's hiding, and we need you to tell us.
So she's involved.
We don't know. When we woke, she wasn't in the house.
It was our plan to go looking for her, but then your men intercepted us. We don't know where she is.
Why do you think she's hiding?
Do not try to make a fool of me. She was seen pushing a man from the castle roof last night, and when we found his severed head, he wore a yellow mask. We know she helped Nermin. Her scratch pad was found up in the belfry amongst pieces of human flesh. If you want us to search for her, fine. Once we find her, she'll face the same fate as Nermin. They'll beg us to end their lives.
Why would she help Nermin, a complete stranger to her?
The Saborans cult needed a witch among them. Morbidity and the occult fascinate her. She's your sister. You should know that.
This is insane. My wife would never do harm to anyone, let alone join a cannibal cult.
You know, when the little kid and his sister were in that basement, she was a little weird down there. I'm pretty sure you'd agree.
Who was the man she allegedly pushed from the roof?
We're still trying to fish his body parts from the chasm below the castle. Whoever he was, he's just one piece of the puzzle.
How can you be so sure of her guilt? What proof do you have?
We found her belongings in the belfry, and her coat in the woods, not so far from here.
Coat? How do you know it's hers?
A coat, badly damaged, with blood stains. Her wallet and personal ID were inside, but we also found something else.
Maybe she turned into a creature.
An eviscerated fetus.
What?
My sister was pregnant?
She still is. Don't you understand what they're trying to do here?
Victoria sacrificed her unborn child to the moon demons.
No. This is not possible. She would never.
We know she's hiding somewhere, and we know you're lying, which makes you her and Nermin's accomplices. She even tried to make us believe she killed herself after the murders.
An accomplice? I fell asleep the moment we entered that house. I am a man of God. How dare you put such sin on my soul?
I've seen many people say or think they're godly men. That means nothing. Faith is more than mere words.
Correct.
Why do you think she tried to fake her own death?
There was a suicide note in her coat. Many have taken their own lives in this forest. She thought she could trick us with a message of repentance. Pathetic. You clearly don't have any intention to help us, but we might have means to change your mind.
I mean, like, they didn't even give him a chance.
Chief, do you really think we would be lying? Is my wife really capable of committing such atrocities?
Look around. Can you smell death? Can you sense wickedness? Of course I believe that. This is a cursed land. And I don't know who you are, and I don't trust you. None of you. Take them away. Make them talk.
Damn. Make them talk.
Gentlemen, you know how this works. Follow me.
Wow, man.
Why have we stopped, Detective?
Someone needs to help you out. I'm letting you go.
What? Okay. Maybe they're letting them go to track them. You have to see what they're gonna do. Possible.
All of a sudden, you want to help us? Why?
Your sister came here to join a madman? She chose this town to fulfill her occult desires? And you're helping her to hide. That's insane. Maybe she got kidnapped by Nermin and... I don't know. You must find her as quickly as possible.
Chief Noren will be furious with you.
I never lied to him. Or at least it's what he thinks. He won't question my decision to let you leave. But you have to give me your word you won't leave town. We have your passports, but one can always find a way out if he wants to.
We promise.
I wouldn't question a word from two priests.
I promise.
Start your search with the warden.
Ward.
Dr. Khatur?
I was with him last night before the incident at the castle. He was already looking for Victoria.
Before the incident? Are you sure?
My head injury sometimes makes me have memory lapses, but you don't have to question my intelligence.
I'm sorry, but I knew it. The moment I saw that man, I knew there was something creepy about him.
I don't know how, but he might be somehow connected with her disappearance.
Could he be found at a mental hospital?
Oh no. You can't possibly get to the Marov Asylum. It's off limits for non-staff or non-inmates. The doctor resides at the only lodge in this town, the Goldine Lodge. And that's where you should go first.
Where's this lodge located?
From here, go down towards the lake. Once you reach the shore, go left. You can't miss it.
Okay. To the lake and left.
Why did he stay at the house while we were being interrogated?
He wanted to make sure Victoria wasn't there, but to tell you the truth, I think he had other reasons. I'm not sure.
What time is it?
I don't know, but it's getting late and you should act.
Nobody has a watch.
The train is about to leave soon.
Well, you gonna miss that train, man.
Could you give me my belongings back?
That I cannot do. I'm sorry.
We have to go now.
A few words of advice before we part ways. There is a reason why this town looks desolate, even in broad daylight. Don't get yourself fooled by the lights you see here. This soil is cursed, and the air tainted with wickedness. I know you can sense it. It's the opposite of what you're used to. Be wary while wandering around. Under no circumstances you should go into the forest or onto the mountain. They are forbidden. Stick to the town. The moon ghouls are impossible to find, except for when it's too late for oneself.
Damn, phone scared me.
God bless you all. I hope you find salvation in spite of the horror all around you.
So why are they there? I would be gone.
We
Transfer.
have to split, Benedict. I'm going to the lodge. You should go back to the house, in case Victoria comes back.
Hell no. I'm not going to that damn house.
I don't know my sister anymore. She became a person I've dreaded my whole life. She's a devil worshipper, a murderer, a person acting against God.
Devil worship.
Who is she? How could she change so much?
Since when do you trust other people? They are lying, Benedict. Victoria is innocent.
Did she drag me here to sacrifice me? Like she did with her unborn child?
Hey, she did not do that. Our child is not dead. The chief is lying. Before this journey, when was the last time you saw her?
A couple of years ago, I guess.
I see and talk to her every waking hour since we married. People don't change that much. She's a good person.
They don't change. They just strip the facade and show their true self. If they are lying, how do you explain her scratch pad in the belfry?
I don't know.
And what about her coat? Or the fact that she used my mother's name to introduce herself?
We should ask if this is true. The only person she spoke to after arriving here is the lady from the souvenir shop over there.
Okay,
Don't forget, she was seen pushing a man from the castle's roof by multiple witnesses.
Maybe she was assaulted. We don't know who that man is, and what really happened last night. If we don't succeed in finding her soon, going to the castle is something we should consider. And this is partly on us. If we weren't so weak, we wouldn't have been drowned into a nightmarish cycle of dreams. Just look around you. It's already night, for God's sake.
we need to get to the lake.
I've noticed. It means we slept for more than half a day.
Even when dead tired, one can never sleep that much. It's unnatural. The house definitely did this.
And you want him to go back to the house.
Because we were weak.
It's my fault? It was her idea to make me come here, and she picked that damned house. How do you explain the balcony horror?
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain many things. I'm just trying to find a meaning in all this madness. We should move, brother. She might already be back at the house, or in danger at the hands of that warden.
No. I'm leaving.
You what?
He said, what?
I'm leaving. Going back to Budapest.
You won't make it past the border. You don't have your passport.
I'll be fine. Given the circumstances, Father Imre will understand why I didn't talk to the priest of Sveti Kotar.
But he will judge you if you leave your sister here.
I don't care about Victoria and what she got into. God will be her judge.
God will condemn you for leaving your sister to die here. Open your eyes! She's the only real family you have.
My family died the day my father left us.
If you leave, you will pursue your own selfish desires, not his will and words. She was accused wrongly. You need to stay here and help me find her in the name of faith.
I mean, I can understand wanting to, the guys wanting to find his wife, old boy's sister, but you got to put yourself in the other guy's shoes, the brother's shoes, because, he's on his own little mission and he's just living by the word. And, he's trying to make good decisions and leaving the hard part to the man upstairs. Or, some people don't believe in that, but, he's trying to do that. And she's made her bed and he's wanting her to rest in it, So he wants to move on. He wants to get out of this town and get the hell out. He wants no part of it.
You think she might be back at the house?
Could be. It's the only place where she knows we might be.
I'm pretty sure he's going to stay.
Are you going to help me?
I'm going to the house, and if she's there, I'm leaving at once.
You both wait on me, but stay out of the house and hide somewhere outside. The warden or the police might come back. I'm going to the lodge. Be careful.
Split up. Oh, we're on our own. So, this will probably be a good time for me to get a soft drink or something to drink upstairs. Be right back. All right, so I got me some chips, just a few, and a diet Sprite. And this is going to tie me over until it's time for me to lift some weights. It's workout day today. So we have to go find the lake and make that left. Looks like we can go that way or that way. Wow. Okay, so let's look at this statue.
Ivan Kotar, Sanctus Patronus. It's barely readable. That must read Sveti Kotar, and that should be the coat of arms of Croatia, the chessboard.
Let's just go. Get out of here. Oh, let's go to the notice board.
For some people, this stone is the only hope they have left.
Uh-oh. You know, I wonder if any of these people are the developers of the game.
Haven, last seen on the last day of February 1993. Young Kadia, missing his love since June. Beloved wife and mother, Melita Lavnyak, missing since October 1991 at the entrance of Carcassa. Our beloved priest and friend.
And look at this down here.
Anyone found my legs yet?
Damn. It's not even funny. But then, we are playing a horror game. Mystery.
Only dust remains of the thing that was set on fire last night.
I don't think we're supposed to go here.
I'm no expert, but I'm pretty confident this is a 15th century map of Europe. Everything in this town revolves around that troubling period of human history. Assom Tavruli at the top, and the other two are Malleus Maleficarum by Heinrich Kramer, and an unnamed manuscript by Herodotus. What a strange taste for books.
Is that like a bookmark or something? Yeah, it looks like a bookmark. I don't see anything else we can click on. Let me right click and see. Okay, so we have this here, chessboard, and that bookshelf.
White and red squares, a Croatian version of the chessboard.
Who is it?
I'd like to ask you some questions.
About what?
Different things. Maybe you could help me?
A stranger.
Could you come out of the room?
No, and I don't want to talk to you. Take a look at my inventory. Read some books, do whatever you want. I don't care about those knockoffs. And take a sample of the town's map from the desk. That way you can't say I didn't help you.
But
Hey.
Stop talking. I want silence.
Yeah. Let's get this map.
I don't need it. I already have one.
Okay. Time to go. Very weird. We can go here or here. Again, there's no zoom. Fortune teller lady or occult lady or
Souvenirnica Lavenjak. Ah, the drawing makes perfect sense. Lav in Croatian should mean lion.
masks.
Tiny chairs of torture and bells. I must say they are faithfully recreated to the smallest detail. It evokes a repulsive feeling, and I guess that is its purpose, but I'm not sure it's something God would approve of, no matter the cause. Statues and death masks of Sveti Kotar, and some small-sized replicas of the torture wheel. They look so awkward and unnatural, as if made by someone who never saw them living. Weird executioner masks. They genuinely look old.
Probably real.
Madam?
Do I look like a madam to you?
Well...
You're going to make me blush, sir. Welcome to my little hut. My name's Ida. Ida Lavnjak.
I already know your name.
How? Do I know you?
Not really, but you know my sister. I was with her last night.
Oh, yes, I remember now. The shy and anxious older brother, Benedict. Or should I say, monk Benedict.
She said that?
No, sir. It's just the way you looked. Why didn't you come closer when we called you?
Her eyes focused somewhere behind me, with a weary and terrified gaze.
It's all right. You don't have to answer. Where's Victoria?
She disappeared.
Oh no, not her. Not again. I hope she's not another victim of the moon.
Not again.
Have you seen her today?
No, I don't think so.
Last night, did she come back after we left the square?
There were a lot of people here long after that, and I was preparing to close, so I really couldn't say. What's going on?
She was seen pushing a man from the castle's roof last night.
I heard about that accident this morning. She did that. She really pushed that man.
Eyewitnesses saw her.
Liars. Who are these people?
Does it really matter?
I don't know what to say except that Victoria is a good person. She looks so gentle and vulnerable. Like a butterfly. How can I help?
I don't know. Maybe you can't. Maybe only God can do something. Not even God. She's lost forever. You've heard about the mayor.
Heard what?
They found his body in the forest.
What? Who told you that?
The police forced me to see it. The body was hanged from the belfry of the Church of Mary. Mutilated, disemboweled, and half-eaten by the crows.
Those animals. I'm sorry you had to see that. Poor mayor. I'll light up a candle for him today.
A lot of questions I can ask down here.
What can you tell me about Nermin?
Never seen him, but have heard and retold many stories about him. What do you want to know?
It's a small town. How come you've never seen him?
Because he's one of those who lives under the moonlight, while the rest of us do our best to keep away from it.
A moon ghoul?
The worst of them all.
What book are you reading?
The Divine Comedy. I needed something to cheer me up.
So where's Dante now?
Who?
Dante, the hero of the book? In what part of the book are you now?
Oh yes, how silly of me. He's in a dark forest and there are beasts he cannot evade. I think they symbolize something else.
Sins. The beasts represent the self-indulgent, the violent, and the malicious.
Oh, that's interesting. You know, the book intrigued me because the descriptions of where he is in the beginning reminded me of this valley. Does that make sense to you? I told this to my father and he scolded me right away.
You are quite right, madam.
Now all we need is our Virgil to rescue us.
Where should I look for Victoria? She won't come out in the open. It would be too risky.
Well, if I were you, I'd start my search in the forest.
In Carcassa?
Udav Mountain could be a good place to start too, but I've never been there, so I can't give guidance.
Carcassa and Udav are forbidden places, aren't they?
I don't believe what they say about them. The forest is a beautiful place. The tall trees, Pepel, the river spring, and the silence. Listen. Search the forest. Make sure not to get caught while entering, and keep your eyes open once inside. You'll be fine.
I don't know if it's a trick or what.
Who decided to forbid these places?
Ironically, the same man that was found dead in the heart of the forest, Mayor Ranko Merzel.
You think his death had something to do with the decision?
No, I don't know. The proof of fate is a decree that he put in place soon after taking control of the town. It's a decree that compels people to stay away from the places on the list, and to report suspicious activities and misbehavior.
Such as?
Blasphemous and heretical talk, to name a few. But the decree's main objective is to find and execute those against or unfaithful to God.
She sounds like she doesn't approve of this.
I guess it's a good thing. I don't know.
You don't adhere to the law.
Not in this case, at least not entirely. You know. And please don't say this to anyone, or you'll have me tortured and killed, all right?
Go on. I promise.
Carcassa has been like my second home in the last few years. I can't get enough of its silence. I know what you are going to say. It's dangerous, dark, and forbidden. But listen to me. Sometimes it gets dangerous, true. And the mayor's death proves it. But isn't that normal? It's life. It's people.
It's life? Everything here feels rotten and reeks of death.
Don't say that. And don't talk to others this way. If we stop dreaming and lose hope, what do we have left? Look, I don't know if you should go into the forest. I don't want to get you in trouble or killed. I have no idea where you should look, really. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, I have something here. It might not tell you where to go, but at least give you some orientation. A map of the town and its surroundings. How does that sound?
Or get one.
Thank you, but I already have one.
Oh, good. Just be careful.
How come you weren't dressed as a priest last night?
That question.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry, nothing against you. But it's the same annoying question that keeps coming back at me, like a bat flapping in circles, year after year. I see October 28th on the calendar, and I know what's coming to bite me.
So what's the reason?
I tell everyone I can't wear it because I have to work. But the truth is, I don't believe it will make a difference if I did. In general, the ritual doesn't make a difference.
I wonder if they're talking about what was burned.
Why does everyone else wear it?
Because the inhabitants believe we are all disciples of Ivan Kotar, and so we have to dress like them on the day. Not just in the evening when the effigy is set on fire, but all the time, from dawn to dusk.
But what is the reasoning behind it? The dress is just a terrifying shadow of what a priest's robe should look like.
There's a belief that wearing it scares off demons, witches, and other evil spirits. I guess the darker it looks, the scarier it is. I don't know.
The effigy turned into ash last night. What does it represent?
A demon slave of the moon god. The effigy ritual marks the end of the day of Sveti Kotar. People gather on the square, they pray and chant as one voice. It sounds beautiful. It's the best part. No, it's the only part of the day I love.
I thought the exact opposite. It was a disturbing scene, and I felt true, primal fear.
Then the mayor comes out and everyone stops, and when the last words leave his mouth, the effigy is finally set on fire.
Has anyone been hurt over the years? The fire spreads very quickly, a wide and massive whirl as if ignited from the darkest of places.
No, not that I recall. I don't know. Why?
Yes, and because it could come down at any moment. It's so tall, the nearby buildings could be hit.
Nothing to worry about. God is protecting them. Or at least it's what they believe. Oh, and those who are tasked with creating the effigy are given a free pass into the forest. Can you guess why?
Yeah.
No.
You haven't even tried to guess.
Yeah, something's
Because
going
it's
on
made
in
of
there.
Black wood, plant roots, and undergrowth from Carcassa. Slaves of the moon god supposedly live or dwell as spirits if they are dead inside the forest, and so, you know. Some of the townsfolk even swear to hear the wailing of demons the whole night after the fire. I don't know.
Your last name is Lovniak, right?
Not a hard guess. It's on the sign.
Melita is your mother?
She is... was. Why?
What happened to her?
We don't know. She just disappeared. Exactly 5 years ago yesterday.
Did she die or just go missing?
She probably went missing.
I remember it as if it were yesterday. We went to the church, prayed, wore the disciple dresses, scared some kids. So much fun and joy. A long time ago she came up with this crazy thought. When I grow up, we will have a day only for us. Just the two of us, without father. And so, over the years, it became a tradition. Father was so jealous, but happy. We were all happy. Anyway, tired and feeling sick, I chose to go home that day, right before the effigy ritual.
Father done something.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
Let's see.
It's all right. On my way out of here, I turned around and she looked at me with those beautiful green eyes, and I remember seeing them change color. Her neck bent awkwardly. Both eyeballs instantly became blood red.
Oh.
And I heard her screaming even if her mouth didn't open. We don't know what exactly happened to her, but since it was a full moon night, we just knew.
Forgive me, but...
So she changed into some type of creature, and maybe they're eating corpses or something. You know, the sacrifices, which will probably explain why the mayor had his guts gone, and yeah.
You didn't ask around if anyone saw something?
Father did, and the only information he managed to get after all these years is that she was last seen entering the Carcassa forest.
Guess I was wrong about the father.
So she wasn't actually taken away?
Of course she was. I don't believe what the police said. Why would she go into the forest on her own? She was terrified of it. It just doesn't make any sense. Nothing makes sense anymore.
Something is off here.
And that is true to this day. Nothing hardly makes sense with this planet.
Are you sure her eyes changed color?
Absolutely. Why?
You said they were blood red, right?
Correct.
The same color as the leaves on this tiny tree you have.
So?
Maybe in the moment you saw the blood-red color of the leaves, your mind just thought it was her eyes.
No, Benedict. Her neck bent and her eyes turned blood red, and I heard her scream.
Memories can be deceitful.
I planted this tree after she went missing, because the color of its leaves reminded me of that day. It reminds me of her and my guilt. Notice the vase. That's her. That's my mother's face. I recreated her entire head.
Surely a morbid way to remember a loved one.
Sad.
Excuse me.
Sure.
That was a long conversation, wasn't it? Yeah. We did not look at the tree.
The tree Ida planted to remember her mother and her guilt. The leaves are blood red and the vase symbolizes her mother's head.
I think we can leave now. Wow, that was a long conversation there. We're supposed to be going to the lake, aren't we? Okay.
Lots of fog in these portraits. Not quite sure if it's a stylistic choice. The emerging faces are pretty ugly and creepy. An old woman with white hair, white dress, and big white teeth. She's doing her best to look happy.
Doing my best.
It's missing an eye. The man who did this and put it on display here is a brainless, primitive psychopath. I'm not a thief.
Okay. Want to pick it up?
Slips of paper have been squeezed in the fissures between the bricks. I'm curious. I'll read one. Voices now carry, shadows take form. Oh God, have mercy on me, for I fear the thing that possesses me. A wall of laments? Inside a tavern? Take my son and husband. Just make my agony go away. Forgive me.
Damn.
I'm here at your feet, with you in my heart. From the day I arrived, life has been a blessing, and this town a dream. I thank you for that.
Take my son.
We are all captives of this place, imprisoned souls waiting for our Savior. Let him descend upon the valley, save us, give us the light. Darkness, shrieking, trembling, you left me in the mine, and now I have no God. My vengeance nears. My days and nights are nearly over, so let me thank you for everything you've done. I choose to live in darkness. I choose to be safe.
Is the tavern owner asleep? Or is he reading? Wow, it's a lot.
Yesterday, I followed a swarthy old
We're gonna
woman
read 'em
into
all.
the forest. I don't know if it was an apparition. I don't know the reason why I did it. It was all blackness and silence. My heart is dark now. My soul is cursed. I can feel it. Have mercy on me, for I had such a weakness of faith. The dead are disappearing and the believers are dying. For the love of humanity, do something, Almighty. He who confesses obtains mercy. I was lost until I gave myself to the Lord, but now I'm redeemed by the perfect blood of my child. I had a vision of Ivan Kotar. He led me into the kingdom of Akhrisat. What does it mean? My god, am I doomed?
Surely not.
Bind their power, prevent their progress, banish them. My shepherd, free us all. That's it. I've read them all. This wall is just more proof how backwards and horrible a place Sveti Kotar is. It's a nightmare.
I agree. All right. Doesn't look like anything else we can click on except for the tavern owner, I think.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
Yes.
Remember me?
Should I?
From last night? My sister and brother-in-law were with me.
I'm not a visual man. I don't remember faces. They dissolve into fog pretty fast.
So you don't remember my sister, Victoria? The two of you talked last night.
Victoria, you say? I remember her glasses and name.
Did you see her today?
No. You've lost her?
She lost herself, and we cannot find her.
Keep looking and seek help from God. Or ask someone who thinks to be one.
Oh.
And who would be that fool?
Fool. Funny you say that, because that's how I call him too. My cousin Norin.
The chief of police is your cousin?
Dominic Norin, the feared and respected law of the valley of Sveti Kotar.
I thought he was talking about him. Maybe he told him something last night.
I've had a chance to talk with him already. He doesn't seem to know where Victoria is.
That means nothing. He's either lying or you're a fool as much as he is. Was there anyone else when he talked to you?
Yes.
He likes that. He likes to be on the stage, in front of a crowd.
If I decide to talk to him, where should I go?
You'll find him in his office at the police station. It's where he eats, sleeps, and fulfills his needs. Talk to him alone. He's more vulnerable without a crowd. Walk into the police station. His office is the door on the left. Just knock and tell him Davor Gorski has sent you.
All right.
He won't care, so you'll have to give him a good reason to let you in. Luckily, that reason is in front of your eyes.
You? I don't understand.
A gift. The cleaver. Right in front of you.
A cleaver will make him change his mind? Is this a joke?
No joke. It'll wait for you here for whenever, if ever, you decide to talk to the fool.
I want to take it.
Sveti Kotar is a small town. Where do strangers go when they visit? Any particular place I should know of?
Ah, glad you're asking. I got many recommendations. You should definitely venture into the Carcassa forest. Its trees are magical this time of year. Then don't miss out on the greatest view of the valley. Climb to the top of the Udav mountain and enjoy the breathtaking sight. Lastly, take a diving course at the Lake Hali. I mean, forget about people. Don't ask anyone. Just dive. Just do it yourself and enjoy the rich underwater life. Your soul will be grateful. Grateful beyond imagination if you dip your toes into the spring of the Henna River.
I feel like you're mocking me.
I am.
He called it.
What was that huge, horrible thing that was set on fire last night?
Tradition. This town has a history of blaming everyone except God.
God is never to be blamed. He has his own ways of...
Blah, blah, blah. I heard it 1,000 times before. People around here blame strangers, good spirits, demons, witches, and even the Vatican. Everyone else except the one they idolize.
The Vatican?
Crazy thing for a Catholic town, isn't it?
But why? And why do you say they should blame God?
Look around you. Talk to people. Stay long enough and you'll understand.
Tell me about the moon ghouls.
They will eat your soul and feast over your flesh.
You know who they are?
A cannibal tribe that follow the moon demons. The moon is the key.
In what way?
I already said too much. Seek more knowledge elsewhere.
Are you a taxidermist?
A what?
Do you prepare dead animals for fun?
I enjoy slaughtering them. I love my job.
So you are a butcher?
I prefer slaughterman. Why? What's this all about?
I was asking myself about that poor pig and its head displayed like a trophy.
You have a problem with that?
It's missing an eye, and...
And?
I believe it's a mortal sin to torture defenseless animals.
You know why? Because you are one of them.
Dang.
Like a sheep who follows words and moral codes. You feel endangered, vulnerable, and mortal.
It's actually the other way. I feel...
You don't feel bad or sorry or sad for that pig. You're terrified because you see your own head on that wall.
It's pointless to argue with this man. I have better things to do.
Nothing to say. Good.
What's the story of the bricked-up window you have here?
Human rats kept breaking in and stealing from me. The alley's pretty dark at night, so it was perfect for them. I couldn't find out who they were, so I decided to poison the food. It worked. It was all right for a while. But then the break-ins started again.
Damn.
I said no more. Walls always work. They divide the sane from the mentally ill, and the rich from the poor. We need walls.
Thank you for the background story, sir, but I meant what's the story behind the slips of paper in the wall?
Of course.
Dude, it's gruesome.
Of course you meant that. What else would you be interested in after all? I keep them because they amuse me.
How so?
I laugh at how weak and pathetic my fellow townsfolk are. They bring me lots of joy, especially the ones talking to God.
You have a problem with faith?
Do I look like a sheep to you?
This is a madman. No, you do not.
Right answer, priest. Right answer.
I'm not a priest.
I'm not a fool.
Wow.
Excuse me.
All right, so that was an interesting conversation. This guy's a killer. Okay, so we did that. We didn't look here at the tree. We can look here at the tree and get that cleaver.
It's just a mock-up of a strange tree with small red leaves and branches pointing skyward.
Kind of like that one tree on the one lady's desk.
Am I really going to take it?
Just take it.
Good. Very good, priest. Now go. Walk bravely into the Temple of Law. You're bringing a gift.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Get out! Okay, we're supposed to be going to the lake. We have not made it there yet. So that's the alley. What's this way? Probably need to go that way, though. He went that way. I think let's just walk this way and see what's there. We can always turn back.
No, it's the path
Okay.
towards the lake and the lodge. I should go back to the house first.
Okay. Well, we'll go this way. So far, I'm liking the game. I didn't think I was not gonna like it. I'm liking it. Pretty good story so far.
It leads towards the bridge to the police station. I'm not going in that direction now.
Okay, so behind the alley, we'll go through the alley. Maybe that'll lead us somewhere else. Oh, we got moving clouds. That's the way we came. There's a house. There we go. Pretty creepy.
The Catechism says, after an angel decides to sin, he falls from heaven and becomes a demon.
Ropes. No, why is it?
In the back room, I can see some sheet-covered furniture and a big candle on the floor. Nothing else.
Why are there strands of rope on this tree?
Who keeps a dead tree?
Yeah, standing at that.
Four letters divided by a cross. V, K, J, and P.
Let's go in the house if we can get in.
Hello? Graveyard silence.
No one's home, so we're leaving.
I wasn't sure I heard a voice, but I did. Victoria is here.
What are we going to see in here?
It's dark, and my eyes could be deceiving me, but that doesn't seem to be...
Who goes there?
Hold on, this is the house.
Lucia, the owner of this house.
Lucia.
I apologize, miss. I'm Benedict. Victoria is my sister.
Who's Victoria?
Oh, hell, here we go.
Rough day. Sorry. I meant Petra. Petra is my sister.
I didn't know she had a brother, and that he was coming with her to Sveti Kotar.
Nobody knew. It was a last-minute decision.
So where is she now?
We're trying to find her.
We? Who is we? And are there more people I don't know about?
Her husband, Nikolai, came as well.
I was told she was to come alone on Friday, October 28th. Rented the house for 3 nights. Said she wants to give herself a gift for the soul. A strange woman, I tell you that. Something happened?
Nothing in particular. We woke up and she was gone.
She's probably sightseeing. One can easily get lost in the beauty of the place. Lose track of time.
What happened here?
I didn't want to yell at you, but since you're asking, you tell me. I almost fainted out of sorrow after opening the door. Look at my bust, reduced to pieces. Somebody has to pay for the damage. Animals.
You'll have to ask the warden to pay for that.
Yeah, I think they
did
did
house
that.
Untouched.
The warden? What warden? Dr. Hatur?
Yes, Dr. Hatur.
But I did nothing wrong. Why would he come to my house? Was he looking for me?
I don't know. He didn't tell us the reason and we couldn't argue. A detective was with him.
Maybe they saw my art as blasphemous and heretical. Maybe they'll take me into the asylum. That's why he destroyed the bust in the stoop. He was sending a message. I'm doomed.
He won't take further action.
What do you mean? He was here for me.
Why would he cause this damage without taking you in? It doesn't make sense.
You think?
This looks like he was just giving a warning. Maybe because of something else you did.
I don't know what I did, but I can live with a warning. I'll try to be more careful from now on. Thank you, my friend.
These lights are bright. It's like bright. Might have to turn these things down. All right, let's continue with the questions.
Weren't you supposed to welcome us last night?
I told your sister I'll leave the key at the neighbors, and that I'll pass by later, after the castle.
Damn, that was abrupt.
You were at the castle?
Sure.
Did you see me there?
I was there only for a brief time. Couldn't stand all those people. But how could I see you when everyone has to wear... Wait a minute.
A mask.
Did you go inside without a mask?
No, of course not.
Was
she here after you came by?
I didn't make it. This right here is me visiting after the castle. You are a strange person. No wonder you two are relatives. Why are you asking all these questions?
Because she stayed in the house and fell asleep, and when I came back I couldn't find her. I don't know her whereabouts since last night.
You know, if you don't trust her, you should just talk to her. But if you already did, then my only advice is to talk to Madame Vera, my neighbor. She may be old, but she never misses a thing. Always lurking from that window of hers.
Like most old people do.
I already tried, but she either wasn't in the house or just ignored me.
Because she doesn't like strangers. What would you do? You must introduce yourself to her. Say exactly who you are and why you are looking to talk to her. Tell the truth. I heard that she had some sort of visions of the life of Sveti Kotar, the patron saint of the town. It's what allowed her to sneak into other people's houses as a babysitter.
I'll try to talk to her.
And do not go knocking on the door. She hates that.
Well, how am I supposed to get her attention then?
Have you had any strange dreams in this house?
Whenever I don't have guests, I sleep here. And guests are as rare as the sun in this town. My dreams are always great. Why?
It's just that both Nikolai and I had a rough night's sleep with harrowing dreams.
That must have been the demon of tiredness, not the house. You had a long drive yesterday.
The demon of tiredness.
We opened the balcony
That's
door and found a strange mask.
So it was you who broke the glass on the door?
No, I just opened it, I promise.
Maybe those bloody crows did it. Wouldn't be the first time. It started recently. They come to the balcony raking in mud, small twigs, and other crow filth. I tried to scare them off, but nothing is working. And they are very aggressive. I can't light a candle anymore. Whenever I do, they swarm outside and start scratching at the windows and door. The balcony is where they gather and ultimately die. It's like their graveyard or something. I can't explain it. If they don't back off soon, I'll have to start taking action. I don't want my guests to feel threatened.
Do you mind if I look around the house a bit?
Not at all. You're allowed to stay here for 2 more nights. Unless you want to pay to stay longer, of course.
Hell
That is
no.
something you should discuss with my sister.
Let's stay longer. Okay, so it wouldn't make any sense for us to keep looking in the same places, like this fireplace.
Hideous. It's full of dead crows. Dozens and dozens of them.
Should we see if the painting changed?
This woman eerily reminds me of Victoria in her younger days, back when I could rely on her, instead of having to fear her.
Looks like we can switch to the guy. Let's switch.
I couldn't have missed the tallest building out here. This must be the lodge where Hatur resides.
Okay, let's go back to this guy, and then we're gonna go upstairs. So I don't think anything is downstairs that we need. What's in the
For
carpet?
some reason, someone decided to wrap the carpet and put it here.
The painting's back. The painting is back.
We left it on the table, with its front side facing the wall.
now it's up again, looking at me with those mean eyes.
Could have been the lady downstairs. Let's go on the balcony.
Everything is as we left it, but the crow's head is missing, and there's broken glass on the floor now.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Let's look on the bookshelf.
This bookshelf was full of books before. A lot of them are missing now.
The bowl?
A giant bowl made out of clay, filled with what seems to be some type of oil.
Tree
It's
painting?
a giant tree with dozens of corpses hanging from its branches, and skulls that feed its roots.
That's all I can find without, you know, it's not cheating, but doing the right click thing. Uh-huh, look, right over here on the floor. We missed it.
It must have been the warden who did this. What use is there in throwing books on the floor?
Pick it up.
It must have been the warden who did this.
Okay.
What use is there in throwing books on the floor?
I think that's it. So we probably need to go and switch to the brother-in-law. All right, we're going in. Calling Pee Wee Herman.
My
Pee Wee
name is
Herman.
Luca. At your service.
The guest rooms are upstairs, right?
Sir, only the guests who are chosen are allowed to see the rooms.
How can I be chosen?
Sir?
You said I have to be chosen to go upstairs.
Right. I don't know how you can be chosen.
But who's choosing? And why?
Mr. Wilde. He's not here at the moment, and I don't know when he will return. Apologies, sir.
I'm looking for Dr. Hatur. I have an appointment with him.
No, you don't.
Excuse me? How would you know that?
The warden takes no visitors here. Only in the asylum. And I trust you are well aware you don't want to be a patient of his.
Warning.
Can you tell me where the doctor's room is?
I don't know where it is.
What do you mean? You are the receptionist here.
I never saw Mr. Golden's room. I only heard about it from Mr. Wilde.
I have to speak to Mr. Hatur, not Mr. Goldin.
I know, but like I said, I never saw his room. Dr. Hatur resides in Golden's former room.
How is it possible that you don't know each and every room in this building? Have you just started working here?
No, sir. I'm working here for quite some time, actually. But I'm not allowed to see Golden's room, and I don't know where it's located.
How can I find Hatur then?
I don't know.
Damn.
Is he even in the lodge?
Yes, he is. Look, you should probably ask Mr. Wilde about everything you need or want. I'm just the receptionist here.
Where is Mr. Wilde?
He's not here.
I know. I can see that. Where can I find him?
You can't. He finds you.
It's like he's getting the runaround.
Luca, if you'll excuse me.
Certainly, sir.
Damn. Like there's a pet that's probably in the room. Or probably on the premises.
No food in there. Just some tiny crumbs. Not sure about its usage. It simply looks like a hole. The clock is dead at the stroke of midnight.
Should I take that map?
Can I take this map? Might come in handy while going around this valley.
Why not? Nobody wants it. Nobody needs it. Take it. It's been laying there for centuries.
Centuries? Probably exaggeration. No telling. He just wanted to exaggerate. Probably being just sarcastic.
I see an executioner talking to small-sized men and women. I think they're about to be slaughtered. Several people are calling for help, drowning in the ocean. Angels look down on them from the safety of the sky, proud of themselves. Pula seems to be a painting of the place, an old coastal town with a Roman Colosseum. A man standing at the entrance of the forest, weighing whether he should venture forth.
It would be cool if they would show us like some close-ups of some of these pictures that we're looking at. Paintings.
Elderly women dancing with a tall, dark man around a bonfire. They seem to be happy.
Yeah, it's Satan. It's Satan, and I'm sure of it. No, I didn't want to go out. I wanted to go a little bit further, not go out, because there's a door on the left and there's a blocked passage here. Probably a keyhole or some
wonder
secret
what's the story
brick
behind this bricked up passage.
Yeah, move the brick. It's probably something on it. All right, let's go over here, and then we're gonna try to go upstairs. Hell.
Branko Merzel. Martin Zuderfleet. Natalia Pietrzak. Timo.
That
Renate Zimmermann.
what do you call it? The initials on the tree separated by the cross. Maybe the initials might have something to do with these
Victor, the
busts that are hanging up.
Compa. Patrick Paverick Meyer. Fran Merzel. Zazu. Peter Stiebel. Lake Kubilius.
I'm slowly leaning to the left in my chair, getting comfortable. Let me sit up.
Michael Schminder.
I was getting comfortable like I was watching a movie.
Jensen Cook. Ivan Goldin.
And doing all of that, we learn nothing. Nothing. We've looked at that one.
Jensen Cook.
Yeah, we've looked at all of them. Nothing here. Let's try to go upstairs and see if we can go.
I'm not allowed to go upstairs.
Okay, that didn't work. Now we can get out. Okay, so now we're heading out. I believe we came from this way. Whoa, we can go that way and this way. Let's go this way. Run to the forest. Oh, we got a map. How do we use the map? letter.
I've already read it several times.
Map M? No. This is brain. Tasks. Sauteur involved in Victoria's disappearance. Okay, so we have the map here. Whoa, this place is big. Where are we? We're here. We're here. I recognize the building. That one at the bottom takes us back out. Okay. Hey, I mean, like...
Looks like a maze. I have no desire to go inside.
Okay. This way goes back to town.
No. I have to find Hatur.
And it looks like we're probably going back. There's no other way. Nope. Hold on. Oh, it's just a sign.
Goldine.
We walked all that way just to get the name. Hey, who's that? Is that a little kid?
Hello, youngster. What's your name?
Anton.
Anton.
What are you doing here?
Fishing.
At night?
Best time.
It's dangerous to be out here at night, especially for a child.
Why?
Didn't you hear what happened to your mayor? And what about those moon things?
You mean the moon ghouls? I saw them once here on the lake.
What do they look like? What are they?
Yellow. Their whole body is yellow, except for the faces. They don't have faces. Their faces are shadows.
You were hidden somewhere?
They saw me, but they could do nothing. Dr. Hatur was taking them away.
Where did he take them?
I don't know. The doctor told me to go away. I didn't look back. He's always good to me.
We need to take the boat.
Always gives me food. Says I have to gain weight.
How's your fishing going?
Badly.
Wouldn't you need a fishing rod, net, or anything that could help you with that?
I'm not trying to catch them. I'm just calling them. I want to see them.
The lake seems lifeless to me. Are you sure this is the right place to fish?
I know it is. Mother Evelina told me.
So your mother told you to come to this very pier at night to try to catch some fish? She must be an exemplary parent.
She is good to me. She loves me. Look. She made this dress with bells just for me.
Oh.
Others don't have dress like this.
That's a male kid, right? With a dress on. All right.
Others? Who are they?
My brothers.
Why would she give you a dress with bells?
I can call for help when others are mean to me. Evelina always comes.
Why do you let your brothers be mean? Fight for yourself.
I don't want to be mean towards strangers. Mother Evelina says it is impolite.
Your siblings can't be strangers to you. You live in the same house, eat the same food, maybe even sleep in the same room.
We live together, but they are still strangers. See, I think they know where their parents are. I don't.
Orphans.
Kid, are you all right?
No.
Maybe
I want to find my parents.
So, Evelina is not your mother?
They might be orphans or something.
She told me my mother and father are living here now. Somewhere inside Lake Harley.
Damn.
I'm trying to call them.
Oh, it's
I want
sad.
to see them.
Oh, it's bad. So I think that these kids are orphans, and it's a lot of them. Kind of reminds me of that one show, The Twilight Zone, Aunt T, or anyway, getting on something else. But yeah, a lot of orphan kids.
Do you live in an orphanage, perhaps?
I live in a big house. Above our roof is a giant tower with giant bells. And we have a big courtyard, with a big wall and tall trees that prevent demons and evil spirits to visit us when they leave their underground beds.
You know, when I was your age, I lived in a house such as yours.
Evelina was your mother too?
No, my mother's name was Olga.
Was she as good as my mother?
She always protected me from my brothers and sisters.
You also had a dress like mine? With bells?
No, but I would have loved to have one. Take care.
Goodbye.
Sad, man. And look, kids sitting there. He could get kidnapped or anything. Can we steal this boat? I'm a man of God.
Just a boat, floating alone in the fog.
Let's go back to the bucket.
It's empty.
Do I have any inventory? No, just the letter. All right, we're out. There's nothing else to do here. So this way is a maze. This is the lake with the little boy. He says he does not want to go this way. Right?
No, I have to find Hatur.
So we have to search this house, this building. Let's go back in. Maybe there's something we overlooked.
I wonder, what's the story behind this bricked up passage?
Let's ask this guy. He's probably not going to tell us anything.
I saw the dark room and the figures in there.
We call it the bust room.
Who are those people?
Not people, just sculptures made in their honor.
That's what I meant. Why did you decide to honor those people?
I decided nothing, sir. The owner did. Fran Merzel.
Who are they?
Fran, the previous owner who renovated the place. His son, Ranko, who served as fresh meat for the crows earlier today. Golding, the original owner of this building,
He's a fresh meat.
Also designed and built it, and several former guests who had lost themselves in the maze outside.
Lost? They died in the maze?
A few of them are still alive, but lost mentally, for eternity.
Where?
How's that possible?
The maze is a dangerous place, sir. As old as this very building. No one alive or mentally stable knows what's really at its core.
Man.
It was devised by Mr. Golden for reasons known only to Mr. Wilde.
He's been inside the maze. Mr. Wilde?
He was. In fact, only those who haven't been chosen were lost. If Mr. Wilde chooses you, you are safe to go. Otherwise, you venture into your doom.
Your doom.
Why would anyone want to go inside the maze?
Probably something in
There
there.
are stories going
Gold,
around.
something.
Townies, especially the elderly ones, say that Mr. Golden hid a treasure at its center. Some people come to Sveti Kotar only for the maze, and then they go inside without being chosen. Fools.
Take a damn helicopter.
Someone could just force his way through the wall of shrubs, or take them down entirely.
The maze cannot be touched. It's forbidden to do so, and the shrubbery is deadly poisonous.
That bricked up passage over there.
Yes?
What happened?
It was bricked up.
Why?
Oh, I'm not sure, sir. That was long before my time. I just heard stories.
Tell me more.
I can't. All I can say is there is another way to get inside that room.
Where? How do I find it?
I don't know, and if I did, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
He knows.
Apologies, sir.
This guy knows something. He knows.
Who is Mr. Goldine?
The architect employed by the church in medieval times. He came to town with the Inquisition, designed and oversaw the construction of the castle, church, and court. He liked the place so much he decided to stay and built this lodge for himself. Lived with his cats until he vanished one day. Vanished forever.
Whatever.
What happened to him?
Disappeared. That's all I know. Mr. Wilde surely knows more, but he doesn't want to tell anyone.
Do you have a cat or a dog?
He got something.
No, we don't.
Then why do you have a ball down there?
That belongs to the King in Yellow.
Do you want to tell me who that is?
No, sir, I can't tell you who he is. Mr. Wilde is the only one who can.
This King in Yellow.
Yellow, yeah.
Cat
yellow.
or dog, whatever it is, could be the key to find Mr. Wilde. And if I can get to him, I would be allowed access to Hatur's room.
So there's nothing else to say. Right? There's nothing else to say.
Luca, if you'll excuse me.
Certainly, sir.
Look at the keyhole one more time. We don't have anything to put in it, though.
Not sure about its usage. It simply looks like a hole.
Yeah. There's nothing in there. Go in here. You know, you never know. We might have missed something. So. Nothing. Tell you what, we're going to switch to the other dude here in just a second. Okay, we can either try this way or this way again. Let's try the maze. Since we know you can die in there.
I can't.
Nope. Let's go back to the lake where the little guy is. You would think that we would take the boat. Come on, go.
Just a boat.
Let's talk to the little boy again.
Do you have spare bait?
Why?
I need food for a pet. He's hiding, and I need to lure him out.
You want to see the king in yellow?
How did you know?
He's beautiful. That is why. Everyone wants to see the king in yellow.
What are you doing, kid? That must be painful.
What'd he do? Cut.
Take it. This will definitely help you. He loves my skin.
What the fuck? Damn.
Mother Evelina says I can't feel pain. I use skin to cool my mother and father too. But they don't seem to love it. Only the king in yellow does.
Cannibals.
Thank you, Antun. But don't do that anymore. It could be dangerous if it gets infected. Take care.
All right, we've seen some strange things in this game. Flesh tearing. Yeah, that's why it's always good to backtrack. You never know what conversation could have activated a certain script or whatever in the game. Let's put it in that bowl. What are you doing? Oh, the kitty.
Mr. Wilde has chosen you.
Where is he?
You called him. He answered. You can see him now.
This room is the same as before. Except for this yellow cat that just showed up.
That is him. The king in yellow is Mr. Wilde. Mr. Wilde is the king in yellow.
Mr. Wilde is a cat?
Mr. Wilde is the name of his earthly being. The body has an essence, a soul. That soul is the king in yellow. You can think of yourself as a lucky man. He loves to eat human skin, but I think he chose you because of the circumstances.
What circumstances?
Strange is the night when dark arises on a strange night like this with a full moon. Stranger still is the lost man, lost in Carcassa woods. Dr. Hatur sang today's circumstances in sorrow, but the king loves this song.
So what now?
Ask
I was
the
muted.
king in yellow.
So you didn't get to hear all that.
I have to talk to a cat. Is this man one of Hatur's patients on the loose?
If this cat talks.
I would like your permission to go upstairs. I have to talk to Hatur.
The king says you are not allowed. You may, though, go to his room.
If I don't go upstairs, where can I find his room?
There is a passage leading to it. The king will not help you find it, but neither will he obstruct you.
What are you doing? What's going on?
I'm not allowed to see it. You are free to step inside, though beware, it is a one-way pass. Once you get in, there is no coming back. You will have to find another way out.
Oh, shit. It's going to the maid. You know what? I'm going to stop right now just because I've been playing for a long time and I have to do some other activities at home. But yeah, I think it's going to get really good and we're going to find some answers possibly to some of our questions and where our, I think this is my wife and her brother, the sister. We need to find out what's going on, where she is, what's going on at this whole city. It's just something here that we need to find out. It might not even end good for us, but I'm going to stop here, and I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next part, because I am going to play this again. I'm going to play it again, and yeah, I'll see you in the next part. Peace.